Dragons, dinosaurs, and lions haunt the basement of the old Adams School on South Union Street in Burlington. It's the home of John Perry's Holographics North. It's like a mad science lab down here. And that's holography, part science, part photography.
What is recorded into the holographic film is a microscopic, just barely visible with a microscope actually, microscopic pattern of little wiggly lines. It's called an interference pattern of light waves, or what we call a diffraction pattern. And it's extremely complex. I mean, you could almost say it's infinitely complex.
Infinitely complex and labor-intensive might be why this 32-year-old, now one-man shop is the only place in the world making holograms on the scale that Holographics North does.
And nowadays, I'll hasten to say, there are a lot of illusion technologies out there calling themselves holograms, but in the classic sense, they are not. They have nothing to do with holography.
Which brings us to Perry's hologram myths. Princess Leia's urgent message to Obi-Wan and Will.i.am's appearance on CNN on Election Day 2008, not holograms, just 100-year-old 2D film tricks. The Tupac hologram from a few years ago, not a hologram.
Tupac was simply projected out to the audience by a big sheet of stretched clear mylar over the stage.
That's a 300-year-old trick called Pepper's Ghost. Myth number 3, you need a projector to see a hologram. That's wrong. You need a light and the hologram film.
When you shine light at the correct angle, when you shine light through that film, the light waves, one by one, hit that interference pattern and they get diffracted. They get redirected straight out toward the viewer.
And finally, John is a holographer. He studies holography, but he doesn't make holographs.
Holograms. A holograph is a handwritten document.
One of Perry's biggest projects was a portrait of Queen Elizabeth to be displayed at Buckingham Palace.
It started with a string of photographs, 200 photographs taken from slightly different angles of her. But then that footage was sent to us, we made the hologram, and I did get there to install it in the palace.
Perry used to sell a lot of holograms for trade show applications, but his customer base shifted to artists and museums, like this installation for the Charles Schultz Museum in California.
32 years, it's been a great ride, you know, so far at least.
In Burlington, Mike Kirchhoff, Local 44 News.